Alrighty, this is the beginning of the back corner rearranging. And what I'm planning on doing, of course I won't get done today for sure. The radial arm, I've debated on getting rid of it, selling it. But I really love that tool, even though I don't use it very much. I haven't used it at all lately. I really like this tool, so I'm going to keep it. I plan to move it on this back wall over here. It's on a stand, so I can move the whole stand. I got to take this tabletop off. It's not quite square anyway, so need to redo that. And I want to put my lathe over here, this section here. Now I toyed with the idea of trying to convert that into a metal lathe, but I have decided against that. I've got something else in mind for later on in the year, so I really would like to have a lathe. Mini lathe would be fine for what I need, but I will not and cannot pay even for what Harbor Freight wants for one, around the $700 mark. Instead of doing that for a Harbor Freight mini lathe, I may can find something a little bit different, a little bit better, for at least the same money, if not less. But I'm in no position to do that right away anyway. I've got to learn and master my little mini mill first. But that's the plan for the next couple of days. Get all this moved. I've already moved a bunch of junk out from back there. Well, not junk, but stuff that has to be stored somewhere else. The rest of my countertops, tabletops, I've got to put them somewhere. And the table saw is in the way anywhere I can think to put it. So it may go outside under the shelter, get used out there. As far as dust and all that kind of stuff, that's the messiest tool in the shop right there. So we may take it outside. Anyway, day after Christmas, and I'm trying to get going on this section down here. If I ever get it right, just like I want it, it'll be all good. We'll show you some progress in the next couple of days. Alright, continuing on moving these tools around. Some of y'all might recall this my mini lathe, my wood lathe. I got it back during the summer. My brother-in-law gave it to me. He bought it brand new. It was in the box when I got it. He never used it. And I'll put the video link to that video somewhere. Now I got it all cleaned up, put together, and realized, now this has never been turned on. The belt has rotted. I mean, just flat rotted. So I noticed that about a month or so back, and I got a new belt. So I'm going to install the belt, and you got to take this spindle off, loosen this pulley, and it's not a big deal, but I'm going to put that on, and then I'll show y'all where it's going to go and live out the rest of its life, I hope, if I don't move it again. Alrighty, I got the new belt on. Got it plugged in for the first time out of the box. Let's turn it on and see if it works. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now, I'm not real experienced at wood turning. You see the speed right now, I've got it at 2650. It's going to be a while before I do any turning. I don't have any gouges and chisels proper for this. Though I'll either buy a set as we go along, or I'll make a set. Might make a set. That'd be a nice project. Now let me show you where it's going. Before I put it over there, I got a little bit of painting to do. Alright, radial arm is moved over there. We'll get back to that later as far as building the new tabletop and all for it. Got this section cleaned out here. I'm going to put it right there. Because at times with the radial arm there, I would have trouble putting long boards on the chop saw. So that'll take care of that. Give me a lot more room to work there. Now I'm going to paint. I've got just a little bit more of this gray paint. Just, it doesn't matter, but just since I got it and I got a little bit of time, I might as well do it. Paint that gray, this gray, this gray, and then match up the black for the legs or leg. And there we go. I'm going to do that, let that dry overnight, and then I'll set the lathe over there in the morning. And this used to have another section here, which I'll cut that off. Take my Sawzall and just cut that off and get that out of the way. That way I can stand right up in here, work on the lathe, and still have plenty of room over here. And then I'll find something to do with all this. Alright, y'all with me? Alright, let me get some painting done. I'll give you one more picture of that. We'll call this one done, and we'll see everything else tomorrow. Alright, there we go. There is the new spot for the wood lathe. It's going to go right there. Now it's pretty cold, so it's going to take that paint at least overnight to dry. And I'll mount the machine over here tomorrow sometime after the sun comes up and it warms up. We've had some really cold weather, and that's been pretty cool. Normally this time of year, for the last couple of years anyway, it's been warm. But we're having us a real winter this year. And sort of like it. But I'm sort of tired of it at the same time. So there we go. That's it for today. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. And we'll see some more in the next couple of days.